Welcome back. Game day, week 4 is upon us. Week number 3 was awesome. It was great to get to check out the Michigan-made family. Coach Chad Clough and the Coleman Comets started the game off. We had a great goosebump given pregame speech.
When the game is over, the game is over. We'll hit back the time. Let us know.
Garrett Summers was the finisher and did exactly what we expected him to do. He put on a show, passing the ball all over the place, making plays, locking down on defense. The Tigers got a great win, and it was awesome to be able to be a part of that and see them do their thing. Now, we get to check out some more Michigan-made OGs, some of the originals of our program and our offseason training. All right, here we go. Gladwin, Claire, we're pulling up. There's no atmosphere like it. The home crowd is unmatched. You walk in through the gates and see a sea of people standing at the foot of the end zone. You see touchdowns being scored and the players running right into the crowd. It's really something that's not replicated anywhere else. And we look forward to doing this. I know the Michigan-made family is going to be ready to make the most of this opportunity for their teams. All right, the breakdown. Gladwin Flying G's are led by Mark Jarstifer, a state championship winning coach. Claire is led by Steven Sprenger, who is going into his 3rd season as the Claire's head coach. Last year, both teams were 7-3, both with a first-round exit in the playoffs. So now we know coming into a new year with the new alignment in the conference, this is going to be a very competitive game. Now Gladwin is looking at 2-1 with Claire at 3-0. Last week, Gladwin took their first loss of the year to Ogemaw, who also was the team that eliminated from the first round of the playoffs. Claire is 3-0, but they are looking at the toughest stretch of their schedule now, facing Gladwin and then Ogemaw next week. So we're going to get to see how this show plays out, and this is really going to have a big indication on what happens the rest of the way in the Jack Pine Conference. Players, I got a long list for you. This is a great core of Michigan-made players. I mentioned that some of these players have been with us for a very long time, since 5th and 6th grade. We're going to give you the rundown of the Gladwin Flying G's first. We have Bronson Bingham as a true freshman who's getting his first start on the varsity roster. We have Captain Harvey Grove, who is going to be a sophomore this fall. He also last year started his first varsity game as a true freshman for the Flying G's. We have a young pup, Peyton Walters, who's worked through our offseason flag football organization. He's going to be playing as a freshman on special teams and as a backup quarterback. We have a young pup who you won't see on Friday night, but is coming up and he's on the way, Rigdon Coney, who's on our 12U 7-on-7 football team. We also have Drake Ross and Brady Dickinson, 2 great receivers and defensive backs. They're starters, and you'll see them running around all over the place. They become key pieces to this skilled group of the Gladwin Flying G's now as seniors. And then the last 2 stalwarts, Matthew Lechner, who's going to be holding it down on the line. He's a leader. He's always been a major piece of our organization and somebody that's led our teams as Mr. Reliable. And then there's Mr. Trace Corlew. We all know about him, and if you don't, you're going to find out. Trace has called his own shots. He yells when he's going to score a touchdown and then does it.
Hey, I'm about to run this back. I'm about to run this back for free. Go!
Go! Go, Trace! Trace, please score! Trace, please score! Trace, score!
Oh my God. Yards for the touchdown.
Hey, Trace.
Hey, what did I say? That's free. That's free.
We've seen it time and time again, not only in the 7-on-7 platform, but in the tackle football realm. What he does translates, and I think that he's probably the most recruitable player that we'll see take the field on Friday night. I know that I'm eager to check him out for the first time this season, and I know that you guys are going to be in for a treat if you tune in. For Clare High School, we have Jacob Halachek, a 3-year player of our 7-on-7 program and all-conference wide receiver. He's all of 6'3", and he's going to be a problem on Friday night. When you see number 4 running around, he's going to play with great range, great length, great hands, and he's going to impact the game in some way at some point. I know that I can't wait to see that, and I know if he's allowed to gain some momentum, it's going to be an issue for the opponents. Claire also is repping a 3-year starting quarterback in Jaden Arthur. He was an all-conference performer last year, and I know that he's going to be one that leads the charge, making first downs and making plays for his team over and over and over again if they're going to continue their undefeated streak. They also have all-state specialist and Ryan Louch, who'll be playing on special teams, but also a playmaker as a wide receiver. This is going to be a great night. There's going to be ballers all over the place. I think this might be the deepest group of skill players that we've seen to date, and I know I can't wait. All right, so this will be our 7th season of Michigan-made 7-on-7 football. We're super proud of the way that this has grown and where it's come. We feel very lucky to be in the position that we're in. Every summer, We look forward to this in fall to get to see the players put their work into action, but really what we love the most is the time that we get to put in the offseason to make it possible. We have some players that are from Gladwin are amongst those 100 dudes that come every offseason to put in time, and you'll see them here in this original picture of our first ever Michigan Made 7-on-7 team, 2019. Trace Corlew, Matthew Lechner, Drake Ross, Brady Dickinson, 5th and 6th graders in this photo. And since then, we've accounted for 10 state championships, national championships, players that have gone on to play in college. For these dudes to be sticking around and doing this their senior year, to get to come check them out and do their thing, I know that I'm super proud of them. I can't wait and to see the fruits of their labor. If you like what we're doing, give it a like, a comment, subscribe. It'll help us out. We appreciate your feedback and we appreciate you being a part of the Game Day atmosphere.